Sorry, I just gotta hello. I am excited because this live is exclusively for coaches in the Facebook group, Coaches Making Impact. This is something that I plan to do weekly. And so, new month, we're gonna work this whole thing out. But I want to talk about how I organize my business before I hop in the topic for today. So I don't know if any of you guys are paper planner type people, but I am. And so I use just a regular planner, and I write out, like, I pre-planned this last week, the entire month of August, so that I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing on each day. That doesn't tell me what time I need to do it. It's just things that I need to get done in my business. And it really helps me focus in on my business. I don't know why this. Sorry guys, I'm getting an error message because of course. I don't know what any of this means. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. All right. So, if you haven't already set intentions for the month, it really makes running your business a little bit easier. I know a lot of us have monetary goals. We have the number of clients and like number of touch points we want in our coaching business. But what really I have found has been more effective is like planning out what I need to do. And that makes sure that I make sure that I'm like hitting all the things, because there's so many moving pieces and I don't want to forget anything, especially when you're working with clients, because you want to be really focused on them, but there's other things in the background that are important. So I like to use a calendar. I've used one in the past, but I got away from it, and thanks to my friend last week, I have gone and bought a new calendar. It's school supply season. And so that's something I need to commit to, is actually writing things in the calendar a little bit more. So, but that is not what we're here to talk about today. Today, I want to talk about really what I believe is one of the things we have as a coach is the community we're building for our clients. And I feel like sometimes as coaches, we build it too slow. And building the community very slowly or too late could be a bit of a detriment to you as the coach and to the clients that you're working with. So when someone comes and works with me inside of my coaching program, inside of my group program, that container, the community is an added benefit that they're getting by working with me within my coaching program. Because while I know a lot, the experience of others who are going through it with them is something that is invaluable. And so if you're not building a community for your clients, I highly encourage you to take the time to consider it and find ways that you can build the community that you already have. So whether we want to admit it or not, we all have a community that we're building, no matter what niche you coach in, no matter what you do. You do have a community that you're building, and building a strong community, and one that is built in a way where it feels positive and it feels good. No one wants to pay a coach and then get inside this community, whether it's a private Facebook group, which is what I use, is a private Facebook group that all of my paid clients go into this, and that is where they have access to me and my team. They have the ability to ask any and every question, post content, post questions about their framework, literally have access to me. Way more access than anybody else would ever have. You want that space to be very positive. But there's 3 reasons why I think building the community is super important. And so that's what we're going to talk about here today. So The first thing is, I know you guys have heard me say niche down. If you took the boot camp, we talked about how to actually niche down and what we're actually looking for when we are niching down in our business. But I didn't talk much about the community. And so while niching down allows you to speak your client's language, what building the community does is it actually lets you focus on actually speaking their language. So, and I'm going to use this example to make that more clear, because I know that sounds crazy. Like, what are you talking about? So when I worked in corporate America, I had to code switch. So while I understand the language of corporate America, who I really am on the inside does not speak very corporate-y. I am known to drop an F-bomb here or there. All these things about myself where in a certain environment, I can't be that person. So it's the same for you as a coach. When you're doing reels, when you're going live in a public forum, not so much inside this Facebook group, because I feel like I can be myself in this Facebook group. But if I'm ever going live and it's being shared on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube all at the same time, I'm much more careful about what I say. I'm much more careful about the topics. If you're working with me one-on-one and we're coaching one-on-one, I am much more laid back. I'm much more engaged. And although I'm always my authentic self, there is a level of restraint that you use because you're looking to attract clients. And so there's things that are more important. While authenticity is super important, speaking their language for me is a little bit more important than dropping the F-bomb, because I love the F word and I say it a lot, but that doesn't mean I'm going to get on a reel and just drop them because I can. There's a time and a place. And so when you're building a community, it allows you to speak their language. So when I'm inside my paid Facebook group, I can tell someone like, what the hell are you doing? No. Would I say that to a brand new person who just met me? Absolutely not. I can act up a little bit more. I can be a little bit more crazy because I've built this community of other coaches who understand who I am. They understand where I'm coming from, and they understand the language that I'm speaking. They know that I'm not attacking them. They know that I'm coaching from a really good place. So it allows me to speak their language. And when I say speak their language and we're talking about niching down is getting very, very specific about the type of client that you're talking to. So it's, let's say, I used this in my real example earlier today. It's not 35 to 40-year-old single mothers. It's 35 to 40-year-old single mothers who work in corporate America and make $60,000 a year, but also what cultural things affect them, because the way that a white client interacts in corporate America is totally different than the way that hey Chaz, is totally different than the way that a black client would interact in corporate America. So I know that if I'm talking to a black woman in corporate America, she code switches. It's very, very, very likely that she code switches because she has to. Versus when I'm dealing with a client that's from a different cultural background, I have to understand the way that they interact in the world, because that affects who they are. It affects how they show up, not only in their own lives, not only in their business, but how they present themselves online as well. And so all of these things matter when we're talking about niching down, because if you can understand how they give information, receive information, and how situational that information is given and received, you can understand how to communicate effectively so that you're speaking directly to a pain point. You're making sure that they understand what you're saying and the intended purpose behind the message you're delivering is landing. And oftentimes what we find as coaches, it doesn't matter what industry we're coaching in, stock market, fitness, relationships, it doesn't really matter what industry we're coaching in. We want to make sure that we're able to tailor the message. This process is the same no matter who you are, what industry you coach in, what niche it is, how specific it is. we want to make sure the way that I deliver information to my community is specific to my community. The way that Chaz delivers information to her community is specific to her community. And so that is the piece that when we're talking about niching down, you usually don't talk about the community until you have been coaching for a long time. But if you think about the community while you're niching down, it makes understanding the communication a little bit better, because I speak directly to my clients. I know exactly, first of all, I've been in your position. I've coached in multiple niches, so I understand the struggle of identifying clients, the struggle of not securing clients, the struggle of hustling because I got bills to pay and I'm not securing clients, the struggle of, okay, now I have this client, what do I do? I understand all of that because I've been there, so I can also speak the language. But I've built a community of coaches, and I've built my own kind of bubble online that allows me to be Lenore in any way, shape, or form that I am that day. Some days y'all will see me with the crazy ponytail, bun up, and we're going. Sometimes I got lipstick on, it's been a while, but sometimes I got lipstick on and I'm being a little jazzy. Both of those people are me, and it's allowing me the freedom to show up in any way that I need to. I don't feel like that I need to put a full face of makeup on to do a reel. Some people do because that is who they are. That's not me. I wear makeup when it's basically required. Weddings, special events, photo shoots, that's when I wear makeup. I'm trying to be intentional. I didn't do it today, but I said I was going to wake up every single day and actually get fully dressed, put on makeup, do my hair every single day in August. So I've already failed because I only did my hair today. But so just understanding the language within the community is super, super important. So something else is, well, I touched on this a little bit, so I'm not going to go crazy deep into it, but show up authentically. In that community, it allows you to show up as you. Just like I said, some days I don't feel like doing anything. Like, I rolled out of bed, walked, like literally you can see my bed from here, got out of the bed, came to the desk, recorded a live video, went live, recorded a reel, because I want to be impactful and I don't have to be dolled up to do that in my world. Some people do, especially if you're coaching in fashion. So I had a client that she helps you design a C-suite wardrobe, meaning if you're trying to go for a C-suite position in corporate America, you have to have a certain look. And so she helps you curate an entire wardrobe, and she coaches you through that process. Who knew you could make money? But the niche is so specific. And so she understands how to communicate with women who need a wardrobe update, who are probably not very confident in the wardrobe that they have. Now they're going to be put in new clothes, so that's something they have to deal with. If they're women of color, they're code switching. So understanding the way that that person relates in the world, she can authentically engage with those clients. And then lastly, cultivating your community really allows you to show the value you provide. I hope, actually I know I do, I'm super valuable. Working with me will make you more money. Working in my coaching program will make you more money. Working one-on-one with me will make you more money. And that feels very cocky for most people to say, but as a coach, you do something so damn well that it will improve your clients' lives in a certain way as long as they put in the work. The confidence of saying that, just blatantly saying like, "Aw, thanks, Chaz has worked with me one-on-one," will make you more money. But the confidence saying that did not come overnight. I knew I was valuable before I could say, I will help you make more money. I can prove to you that I can help you make more money because I have testimonials from people that I've done it with. I've done it for myself in multiple niches. So I know that the platform doesn't matter. I know that the niche doesn't matter. I know that the industry doesn't matter. I know that the who you are doesn't matter. I know the system works. And so because I've worked on the system, I can show you my value. I can articulate my value, and I can do it in any way that I feel comfortable. Just like this is my community, Coaches Making Impact is my Facebook group. I am confident enough in my community to authentically say, like, I'm gonna brag on myself a little bit. Now, I probably would get on live on a public space or on a stage somewhere and say the same thing. Would I say it that way? Maybe not. I might be a little bit more careful with my words because I understand first impressions matter, especially for people who don't know who I am as a coach yet. They don't know Lenore as the person yet. And so building that community shows the value as me as a person, me as your coach, and my framework that I use to help move you through my coaching program. I might yell at you sometimes. So Chaz said, raise your prices, they will pay. It'll be tough, but they do pay. I feel like I yelled at her for like, I don't know, a couple months. And finally she raised her prices and they pay. Raise your damn prices, everyone. This is your sign to do just that. But that's really all I wanted to talk about today. The community is, in my opinion, much more important than the content. The content will come. So that doesn't mean I don't make pretty graphics on Canva. That doesn't mean I don't spend time recording reels. I do, but I do it in a way that's strategic for me because I don't want to sit in front of a camera all day recording reels. I don't want to be on Canva all day making pretty graphics. Although I love Canva and I love pretty graphics, I want to be able to do it quickly and efficiently, and I want to deliver content. So the types of content that I think are more effective in cultivating the community is live video. This is why I talk so much about live video. What I'm doing right now, this discussion on building community and speaking their language and niching down and being authentic and showing your value, this shit is content. This is content. I'm going to download this, upload it to my YouTube channel. Great. I don't have a ton of YouTube followers, but the 200 people who do follow me over there that are not in this Facebook group will get this information. So that's one thing. I can chop this video up into sound bites. Great. Now I have videos for reels that is delivering the same information. So this is still content. I'm just much more strategic about the way that I'm delivering it and who I'm delivering it to first. So on Monday nights going forward, or Monday nights, I'm going to shoot for Monday nights. Going forward, I will be doing lives in here exclusively for members of Coaches Making Impact. This is for you because you are a coach, and it will be tailored, the topic will be tailored to coaching, no matter your industry. Things that I do on social media, a lot of the time, that is because I'm attracting new clients, and I'm also cultivating and building and engaging with the community I already have. So it's a combination of both. And here, I just get to engage, I just get to teach, I just get to be myself and do what I love the most, which is show you guys how to make money. That's it. If I could do this all day with like, I didn't have to worry about anything, I would do this all day and not worried about anything else. So yeah, that's all I got today. If you need help figuring out this whole coaching thing, I have a full framework called Impact. Impact is specifically designed for coaches, consultants, and digital business owners who are sick of hustling, who are tired of doing all the things and not much working. Some things are working. I'm making a little bit of money, but you can make so much more money despite what's going on in the economy right now. Don't let nobody tell you that people aren't buying coaching programs, because that's a damn lie. I don't care what nobody says. I will argue that I'm 10 toes down on coaching businesses and coaching programs that are effective and valuable will make a shit ton of money in the last half of the year. So if you need help with that, I would love to help you. There's a link posted. It'll take you to my contact page. Fill out the information and then book a call. It's a free call just to talk to me about what the next steps would be to help you be massively successful and make more money. I'm going to leave it there. I will see you in the next one. I'll probably go live randomly this week too, because I really do like going live. If this is not a great time and you're watching this in the replay, comment #replay, and that way I know you watched it and it was the replay that you watched. And then let me know what time is best for you. Monday evenings, anytime after 6 p.m. I'm going to go in and block my calendar off for whatever time I go live for you guys. I want to make this something that we do weekly, something that you can expect, and something that is valuable, that you can take the information and quickly implement into your coaching business and see immediate results. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go walk the dog. She's whining. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.